So in today's video, we have both Global and JP News. Global actually got some really hype stuff that I want to cover, so stay tuned. We're just going to cover JP stuff really quickly since it is less important, some might say. For me, at least, personally. We have the details for Margarita's Awakening right here. Then Kawaii's, I believe, Awakening. And then we have a brand new character here from the Dragon Ball Saga, Mai. So this will be interesting to see what she can do. Continuing on with the pattern of a new Peppy Girl release every single year. I don't remember her name. She actually is in Fusion World 2, the Dragon Ball card game, but I forgot what she was called. The Pride Trooper female character. And she is going to be releasing for us as well. So let's have a look at the new animations for the characters. Starting off with Mai. Dude, it's got the P-Love OST. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you actually have that in, like, her play. Alright. Dude, girls with their guns, man. Girls with the guns. And then we got the Pride Trooper girl, which I don't remember her name. Let me know in the comment section her name. When it comes to Pride Troopers and anybody in Tournament of Power, I just don't know names. Pretty simple stuff there. So we'll look through the details of these Peppy girls. It's actually EZA, my bad. I think I did say Awakening, but Extreme Z Awakening. Leader skill Peppy girls for 3 key 150%. Greatly raises attack defense for 1 turn. Supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack and defense. Key +4 attack and defense 140% with an additional 140% when there is another Peppy girls category ally in the team. An additional attack defense 140% when performing a super attack with a high chance for an additional attack and defense +40%. Great chance of stunning the attacked enemy. High chance of launching an additional super attack. High chance of dodging. And then we got evasion chance +20% when there is a tournament participant category enemy, which is pretty nice. And then an additional defense 40%, attack effective against all types when performing a super attack if the enemy is in attack down, defense down status, or sealed. And performs a critical hit and launches an additional super attack when performing a super attack if the enemy is stunned right there. So actually doesn't look too bad. Pretty high stated character. And with some dodging as well. And multiple super attack chance. Not too shabby. Now we have the new Mai, who's not EZA'd. Just letting you guys know. Peppy Girls at 3 key 120%. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Supreme damage to the enemy. Interesting, no stun or seal on the SA mechanic. That's very Dragon Ball-esque to have those kind of things. Attack and defense 150% with an additional attack and defense 150% when attacking. 3 key and 30% attack and defense support to all allies. High chance of dodging with an additional dodge chance +20% and launches 2 additional attacks with each of them having a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is another Peppy Girls or DB Saga category ally in the same turn. By the way, this is another Peppy Girls that Roshi can utilize, so it's actually pretty good. And then she also supports as well. And of course, she gets benefits with Roshi being a DB Saga category unit. An additional attack defense 30% to all allies if there are 3 or more other Peppy Girls or DB Saga category allies, or there is an AGL type enemy. So yeah, a really nice support, and it's really good for the Roshi team. I don't know what her stats are looking like though, just because it doesn't amount to too much. But you got a 70% chance of dodge, which is pretty good, and a lot of support going around. Then we have Margarita's EZA, Universe 11, 3 key 150%. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn, deals supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and seals the enemy's super attack. Attack and defense 110% with a high chance of dodging. Attack and defense 55% per attack performed, up to 110%. And then 3 key and attack defense 50% for all Universe 11 category allies. Ooh, Jiren is eating good. Attack and defense 20% for Realm of God, Siblings Bond, or Bond of Master and Disciple category allies. When there is a Universe 11 or Bond of Master and Disciple category ally attacking the same turn, chance of dodging +20%, and changes 1 random type of orb into Rainbow. When all allies attacking the same turn are on Universe 11 category, reduces damage by 30%. And only as the 3rd attacker, all allies damage reduction 11% during that turn. Ooh. That is really good. That is actually a really good effect. You're always floating her off anyway as a Universe 11 character. I actually kind of like Margarita's EZA. Then we have the Pride Trooper girl, which is her name is Cocotte. Peppy girl's category or super in types 3 key 120%. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy. And attack defense 150% with 150% when attacking. High chance to critical. Damage reduction of 11%. If there is another Peppy Girls or Universe 11 category ally attacking the same turn, damage reduction rate plus 11%. And launches an additional super attack. If there are 3 or more other Peppy Girls or Universal 11 category allies on the team, or when facing a tech-type enemy, foresee super attacks during this character's attacking turn, and damage reduction plus 11%, and attack 300% when attacking. Oh, that's a lot of attack. This is actually really good because the AGO Jiren gets a bonus if he receives a super attack, so having more constant ways of I guess seeing a super attack is really good because he only foresees for the 1 turn after appearing. So that's pretty good for a Universal 11 support. And the final thing that we need to mention on the JP side is that Doki Doki Hero in Battle Stages 4 to 6 will appear very, very soon. I'm assuming we get more titles for this as well, and they will look like this. I don't know what any of that says, but it doesn't have the heart symbols. But the second one with the heart shape is so much better. So these are all mid. And then one thing that you need to know is that Pan will have a skill that will seal super attacks, which is really not that big of a deal anyway. Now onto global news. Look at this bunch of characters. We have Topo in here, Topo's side banner, Catopezla, the Easy A's for the Universe Survival Saga units in here, which is all good and dandy. Not really, and some special pose characters as well. The main thing we're looking at is these brand new free-to-play characters, the Easy A for the Great Saiyaman Gohan, the Cell, the Mercenary Tao, Cyborg Tao, and this Yamcha, which is quite interesting. Their World Tournament starting at 16th of August, which is the exact same time as JP, but JP starts a little bit later. JP will start at 4 p.m. my time. This is 2:30 p.m. my time as well. So let's have a look at this Yamcha here. I'm very intrigued of what he does. So he's just an SSR right now. There's no awakening for him. And this is the new DB Saga summonable character, I'd assume. He's a super tech leader for 2 key and 70% with a raised attack and defense 1 turn, supreme damage, and medium chance of stunning. Attack defense 150% with a medium chance of dodging, medium chance of performing a critical, with an additional attack defense 20% per tournament participants category ally, self-excluded on the team up to 100%, and additional attack defense 100% when performing a super attack per world tournament category ally, self-excluded, attacking in the same turn. Hey, that's all self-excluded, man. Missing out on so many stats, but yeah, very reliant on just having, I guess, World Tournament, I guess. He gets 2 key with an additional chance of dodging plus 10% per total school category ally, attacking the same turn. It's only a very few amount World Tournament and Turtle School units for free-to-play that I can think of. But, yeah, you definitely want this as well. The extra self-excluded 20% dodge is always nice. An additional attack plus 100% and chance of performing critical plus 50% when HP is 86% or less. So, interesting character. I wouldn't say top tier or anything like that, but it's cool. We get a brand new Yamcha in this style as well. I don't think we have had one in this style that is, like, actually good. Other than the one that is the April Fool's one. So, yeah, I do like that. So, yeah, just like the other DB Saga units, they aren't too good until they really Easy A for the most part, but this guy seems pretty solid to me. We have the Easy A for Cyborg Tao, so he's from the DB Saga banner as well. He's a tech-type leader, 3 key 100% with a greatly raised attack and raises defense for 1 turn, and a great chance of stunning, which is really good. I need to rely on great chance of stunning all the time for the Ultimate Clash bosses, and he's a tech-type leader 100%, which is really strong for me. Then attack defense 200%, attacks guaranteed hit when performing a super attack. Something very important here is the guaranteed hits because, you know, those bosses always dodging my stunners, so this will be very, very good. When an enemy is hit by the character's super attack, reduces damage received by that enemy by 50%, so that Jackie Chun feature. 1 key up to 4, and attack defense 50% up to 200% with each attack received. And 1 key and attack defense 100% when there is an Earthling or tournament participants category enemy. something that is very restrictive for sure. There's really actually no Earthlings or tournament participants enemies in Ultimate Clash. And then performs a critical hit when there's a Turtle School category enemy. Essentially just Goku's for the tough events. He may not be like really, really good, but I actually will be using him quite a lot just for that Ultimate Clash. Next up is Great Saiyaman Super Saiyan 2. Really hope he is good here. So he is easying and he's got the STR types key 3 and HP attack defense 100%. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. 3 key and attack defense 180%, with an additional attack defense 20% with each attack performed up to 58%. Super class support for 3 key and 30% attack and defense, with an additional attack and defense 10% for those that belong in Defenders of Justice and tournament participants, going with that same theme as what we've been getting recently with other World Tournament units. An additional attack defense 58% when there's an extreme class enemy. It's a bit unfortunate, especially since a lot of the events that I haven't completed are super types. And extreme class enemies minus attack 20% and defense minus 58%. I like that the attack is there now. Minus defense 58% can be useful for these newer events, but he was too weak back then. And now that he has lowering attack as well, just a bit more usability on that front. Launches an additional super attack when facing only 1 enemy and guards all attacks when facing 2 or more enemies. So, super battle or killer, really. I like the additionals because you obviously get that raised attack and defense. He actually could be very, very solid. I want to try him out on Majin Buu Saga team for sure. And then we have the Cell. So Cell's probably going to be the mirror of the Gohan. Let's see if there's anything different though. So attack and defense 200%. And then he has artificial life forms and tournament participants category for the extra 10% and extreme supports for 3 key 30%. And additional attack defense 100% when attacking if there's a superclass enemy. Yep. And additional superclass enemies minus attack by 20%, defense minus 60%. I don't know why they just... Gohan has to have the 58%. Damage reduced by 30% when facing only 1 enemy. And launch additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Ooh, I kind of like this one more. Because, he actually massively raises attack and defense. Wait a second. They're actually pretty close. I think I might prefer Cell, but the problem with Cell is that he has worse teams right now. Majin Buu Saga is just king for free to play, so yeah, I think I'm for now going with the Gohan over the Cell, but I think Cell on a more proper team would probably outclass the Gohan in my opinion. So yeah, that is the Cell right there. We've covered all of the other EZAs in when I did the JP data download, so I don't want to waste too much of your time. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with notification bell on. This is all global stuff right here. So global, you have Tobro coming out tomorrow. You have the EZAs dropping at the same time as the World Tournament. So have a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace.